Hello, 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 hello. Dirty trucking, dirty trucking. Oh, you seeing me in rare form. Just woke up. I ran late. It's 4 p.m. I ain't get into almost 7 o'clock this morning. Oh, man. So, and by the way, this is probably how I look if I was on the truck, waking up in the sleeper berth. Uh, don't judge me. I don't look immediately pretty when I wake up. But anyway, let's get into the video. Huntington Bank. I've had someone disputing the charges of the $520. And so she has called me twice. The first time she called, she wanted an invoice proving that they charged $308 to my card. And she just got on the phone with me. I just got off the phone with her today in a heated argumentative dispute over what's going on here. So she tells me the invoice that I sent her, they saying it's an estimated charge. I'm tired of people running that boo-boo the fool shit. Running that boo-boo the fool shit and other people telling me that boo-boo the fool shit. I don't give a fuck what that invoice says. Estimated charge. It's an estimated charge that was charged to my car. Anybody that has rented a car knows that you're going to pay the amount that they say pay for you to drive off that lot with that goddamn car. Now, the problem is, who the fuck is it at this building or wherever that invoice got switched? It may have gotten switched when I was at Foreman Mills, but these people seem to be in operation and have other individuals that know where this car is. So I'm assuming there's a tracker or something on that car that where these individuals know where that car is at all times to get ready to pull this scam off because they are aware that I've been reporting it to law enforcement. So now they're covering their tracks and they're switching documents. That invoice, when I first had it, showed 308 MC charge, a bunch of X's to card ending 4210. And if I pull that video, which I believe I had it in a video when I showed the invoice of the 520 that she gave me, she handed me an invoice with 520 on it. She mentioned it at the counter, but she didn't charge the card. Everybody, I don't know what the fuck kind of investigative individuals you fucking are to miss all this shit. I mean, that I'm telling you what exactly is fucking going on, and everybody that I have reporting this shit to is missing the shit. How do you not hear that money is being stolen? How do you miss that? And I have put it out as clear and as plainly as I can get. I'm tired of dealing with a bunch of people that call themselves investigating shit, and you coming back to me with fucking nonsense. The fuck is going on here? So let me tell you what she said. She said, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew something was wrong when she contacted me. She contacted me, asked me, did I have anything to prove that I was charged 308? When she said that, a light went off in my head, a bell, ding, ding, fucking ding. It went off in my head that this woman is calling me, asking me for an invoice to prove that it was 308 charged to the card. That means they have done something to the invoice that I keep in the glove compartment of that car. I keep every invoice in the glove compartment inside that car. And for it to get switched, you came in that car. That invoice said MC charge, which means MasterCard, because it's a MasterCard debit card from Huntington Bank. MC charge, a bunch of X's, 4210, which would have been my evidence if they had to stole it and switched it. That's supposed to be the new invoice for the car I'm in now with the new debit card. Why would I have an invoice in my hand that said MC charge of 308 to card ending 4210, which was the fraudulent card? I mean, I tell y'all this shit, and you fucking missing the goddamn shit. And I'm tired of my money ever since I've been working for Uber. Using that Uber rental car program, my money has been stolen. And they give people a boo-boo the fool excuse, try to make it look legit, and they're fucking stealing. I told that lady, I said, let me tell you something. I don't care if I'm rich or poor. Just put a little of my money in your fucking bank. I entrusted your bank to document accurately every fucking transaction that happens on my debit card. Everybody in the debit card world knows that once you make a charge on your debit card, it immediately subtracts from your balance and shows on your ledger. Now here's the problem. She gonna tell me because it fell off. That's why it's not showing. I don't buy that shit. I don't care what the fuck fell off. She's saying because it didn't post. It was a pending transaction for $308 on my debit card. A pending transaction that subtracted from my fucking balance. When it fell off, I have no record that it went back into my balance. That's the problem. They got some Houdini shit going on here. That was a transaction made on my debit card. Whether it fell off or not, I should have seen, but she said because it didn't post. But it subtracted from my balance. So how am I supposed to know that when it fell off, the money went back into my balance? You don't show it subtracting from my balance. And at the time, it was pending. Where is it showing pending? They can't even prove that. Where can you show anything I'm telling you? My bank can't. They can't even show that I went into into Hertz and took that debit card and authorized $308, whether it was pending or posted. Pending, subtracted from my account. If it didn't post, I would like to see something that shows it reversed back into my account. The bank doesn't show that. You know how much money these people are probably stealing doing that shit? Because if you're not looking at your bank account every day, I can't prove that the money went back into my account. And the bank can't prove that the initial charge was $308. All of a sudden, on the 15th, a pending charge of $520 came in. And then when it posted, the post date shows the 11th, which was the same day I came in there and authorized $308. Me and that woman got into a dispute. There's nothing she can tell me as far as a bank that is going to explain. I don't give a fuck what fell off. You need to be able to show me where I went in there and authorized $508. Then she went reading off the invoice. Well, it says here at the bottom of the invoice that this is an estimated charge and it's subject to change. You can't go back in there and take additional monies without my authorization or without notifying me or telling me of the additional charges. You can't go back in there 4 days later and decide to charge you $520. That's the problem here. Nobody's listening to me. She handed me an invoice that said $520. Then she handed me the invoice from where she charged my card $308. If I was to been charged $520, why didn't she do it that day? I was standing there in front of her fucking ass in the Hertz rental car location in Clinton Township. Why didn't she charge that? Why would you charge $308 to my card and then go back in my account days later and up the charge to $520 when it all could have been done that day when I was in there? That's one of the problems, because they overcharged me. I was in a weekly rate. I was in there on that Friday to make a payment for the payment amount that was due on the 8th. The card didn't show up till the 10th. I spoke to the branch. She said they were about to close. Come in on Friday, which was the 11th. I came in to update my form of payment, which should have took care of the payment for the 8th. But they couldn't do that because when she put the car back in the computer, it showed the car was sold. So now she had to put me in a totally different car, which means now she legitimately has to close out the account. But that's what they're doing. To update your form of payment, they make you come up there and close out the account. And then when these additional charges show up, which is going to show up later, because they're not going to tell you about it right then in your face. It's going to show up later. Then they customer service rep who are trained to tell you, well, you kept the car 3 days. That's what they started saying to me. Well, you kept the car 3 days. I kept the car 3 days. Fraudulent activity took place on my card on the 1st that caused this matter. The bank suspended my card on the 3rd because I took my card into your location. Fraud took place on my card. That location caused this. And then you gonna fucking tell me I kept the car 3 days to justify charging me $65 per day when you should have only charged me $44.17 per day because I'm in a weekly rate. I wasn't returning the car. And that's what the bank mentioned. She mentioned the same thing. It said you turned the car in. I didn't turn the car in. They told me the car was sold. That's why I had to get out of the car. That's why she couldn't that's why I couldn't get the same car when she was doing the form of payment update. It popped up, she said, that car had been sold. It don't matter if it was sold. You still was only supposed to charge me a prorated rate. It is not my fault fraud took place on my card. The fraud took place because of Hertz rental car. The fraud started taking place when I took that debit card back up there on the 1st to update my form of payment. On that exact day, the fraud took place. I'm tired of this company getting away with fucking stealing money from me, and nobody is doing anything about this fucking shit. I did not return the car. I brought it back up there because you said I had to, because you have no way of updating your form of payment without doing that. That is a scam that you're using to get money off of people by charging them additional days. I'm sick of it. I already knew she wasn't going to get the money back. Hertz rental car owed me money. And I'm tired of dealing with a deceitful ass company. And I'm tired of reporting this shit to people who hear the damn problem and it's going out the fucking other ear. And you not doing nothing about the goddamn problem. But I'm being stolen from. Ever since I've been driving for Uber, my money is being ripped off. And I'm sick of this shit. Do something about this shit or get me somebody who fucking can.